Past members: Joseph Abate, Joseph F. Abate, July 8, 1902–1994, also known as Joe, was a capo in the family's New Jersey faction. In the 1920s, Abate served as an enforcer for Al Capone in Chicago before settling in New Jersey. In June 1976, Abate attended Anthony Accardi's induction ceremony into the Lucchese family. In 1979, Abate went into semi-retirement and Accardi succeeded him as boss of the New Jersey faction. He moved to Margate, New Jersey and served as a liaison between families in New Jersey until 1989 when he retired from Mafia affairs. In 1992, his daughter Catherine Abate was appointed New York City's new correction commissioner. She was confronted about her father's past and denied that he was ever involved in organized crime. In 1994, Joseph Abate died of natural causes. In 1998, his daughter Catherine admitted that she could no longer dismiss allegations that her father belonged to the Lucchese crime family. Settimo Accardi, Settimo, Big Sam Accardi, October 23, 1902 in Vita, Sicily, December 3, 1977. He served as capo in the family's New Jersey faction up until his deportation, and was one of the largest heroin traffickers during the 1950s. Accardi emigrated to the U.S. shortly before World War I and associated with mobsters Joseph Sica, Willie Moretti, Joe Adonis and Abner Zwillman. During World War II, Accardi sold counterfeit food ration cards. On January 22, 1945, he became a naturalized U.S. citizen. His naturalization was revoked on July 10, 1953 because he had not disclosed two previous arrests during his naturalization hearing. In 1955, Accardi was arrested on a federal narcotics charge in Newark, New Jersey. After posting a $92,000 bond, Accardi skipped bail and fled to Turin, Italy, where he continued smuggling heroin into the U.S. and Canada. Accardi later moved to Toronto, Canada, to oversee this operation. In 1960, U.S. authorities finally located Accardi in Turin, Italy, and on November 28, 1963, after a long legal fight, Accardi was extradited back to New York. On July 21, 1964, Accardi was convicted on narcotics conspiracy and skipping bail. On August 24, he was sentenced to 15 years of imprisonment and a $16,000 fine. He died on December 3, 1977. Robert Caravaggio, Robert "Bucky the Boss" Caravaggio, died July 28, 2017, was a soldier and former capo of the New Jersey faction. From 1986 to 1988, Caravaggio was one of the 20 defendants in the 21-month-long trial of Lucchese crime family's New Jersey faction. In August 1997, Caravaggio, along with other members of the Lucchese family's New Jersey faction, was indicted and charged with racketeering, loan sharking and gambling. In 2004, the New Jersey Commission of Investigation stated that Caravaggio was the head of the Lucchese crime family's North Jersey faction. Caravaggio was overseeing operations in northern Jersey, especially in Morris County. Caravaggio died on July 28, 2017 from pancreatic cancer. Alfonso Cretaldo, Alfonso T. Tick Cretaldo, died August 21, 2013, was a soldier in the New Jersey faction. Cretaldo grew up in Newark, New Jersey with his cousins Michael and Martin Trixetta. From 1986 to 1988, Cretaldo was one of the 20 defendants in the 21-month-long trial of Lucchese crime family's New Jersey faction. During the trial, Cretaldo was listed as a member supervising numbers and loan sharking operations in New Jersey. In 2002, Cretaldo was indicted on illegal gambling and for the October 7, 1981 murder of William Kennedy. In 2004, the New Jersey Commission of Investigation stated that Cretaldo was running illegal gambling operations in New Jersey. In December 2007, Cretaldo was indicted along with capos Joseph Napoli, Matthew Madonna and Ralph V. Perna and others on gambling, money laundering and racketeering charges. On August 21, 2013, Cretaldo died of natural causes. Eddie Coco, July 12, 1908, Palermo, Sicily, December 1991, is a former acting boss in the Lucchese family. In the 1940s, Coco worked with James Plumeri, Frank Palermo, Harry Siegel and Felix Boccaccio for soldier Frankie Carbo, in a group known as The Combination, an arm of Murder, Incorporated, which acted as boxing promoters. The group was accused of fixing matches. During this period, Coco met Rocky Graziano, then an amateur boxer fighting in the Lower East Side. He helped Graziano start a professional boxing career and throughout the following years was viewed as a de facto boxing manager. In the late 1940s, Coco was suspected of placing wagers and taking bets on fights while Graziano was accused of taking bribes. These accusations continued until Graziano retired in 1952. In 1953, Coco was arrested in Florida for murdering the Miami car wash operator in a dispute over a bill. On November 12, 1953, Coco was sentenced to life in prison. During the 1963 McClellan hearings, government witness Joseph Abate identified Coco as a capo in Gaetano Tommy Lucchese's crime family. In 1965, Coco was released from prison after serving 10 years on his life sentence. He stayed in Florida and was under government surveillance. In July 1967, family boss Thomas Lucchese died and Coco became a candidate to become the new boss. He served as acting boss in 1967. In late 1967, Tony Ducks Corralo went to Florida and meet with Coco. He later stepped down as acting boss and Carmine Tremonti became the new boss. Coco continued to operate as a capo under Tremonti, with criminal activities in New York and Florida that kept him under strict government watch. In 1972, Coco, his brother-in-law James Michael Falco, and Louis Nash Nakaladsky were indicted in Miami on extortion and loan sharking charges. During the trial, witness Joel Whiteeyes testified that he borrowed money in the late 1960s from Falco. He made payments to Falco, Coco and Nash, and described Coco as the leader of a loan sharking ring. Coco was convicted and sentenced to 15 years in prison on loan sharking and extortion. By the late 1980s, Coco was considered a semi-retired mobster living in Florida. In 1986, he served as consigliere for the Lucchese family while boss Anthony Corallo, Salvatore Santoro and Christopher Fernari were on trial in the commission case. Coco later resigned and continued to operate in New York and Florida. In 1986, Coco created a bingo operation to launder money from criminal rackets. The mobsters used Bingo World, a company operating bingo halls in several states, to launder the money. Coco and Chicago outfit members Dominic Cortina and Donald Angelini became silent partners in the company. The new owner, Stephen Poskind, served as the front owner of the company. While claiming he controlled 84%, he actually only had 42%. Isaac Silber soon joined in the bingo operation. In 1991, Coco and his bingo partners were arrested. In December 1991, Coco died while awaiting trial on money laundering. Ralph Raffi Cuomo, died 2008, also known as Raphael, was a soldier who owned Ray's Pizza on Prince Street between Elizabeth and Mott Streets in Little Italy. In 1959, Cuomo opened the first Ray's Pizza. He later opened another in the Upper East Side. In 1969, he was convicted of drug trafficking after being found with 50 pounds of heroin. In 1998, Cuomo was sentenced to 4 years in prison for making heroin sales in the pizzeria. He was released from prison on May 24, 2002. Cuomo died in 2008 and his Ray's Pizza on Prince Street closed over a rent dispute in October 2011. Domenico Danny Cutea, born November 22, 1936 East New York, Brooklyn. August 14, 2018,